Hello and welcome. In this video, I'll show you how I do my dungeon runs. But before we begin, here is a snapshot of my Titans. As you can see, some of them are very well leveled, level 100 plus, while others aren't very well leveled, and the main reason for that is because I am fighting in wars, and really, certain Titans are more important in wars than others. So for the first battle of the day, we have an all-element fight. And I'm just going to throw in my Super Titans plus Zegard, which is a decent tank, as well as Ignis. Now this being the first fight of the day, it is going to be a bloodbath. I'm sure my Zegard is going to take quite a bit of damage. But not as much damage as I thought he would. And it's actually going okay, because as you can see, Ignis is already fully charged, and the enemy should go down shortly. There we go. So Ignis is fully charged, that's good. That's a good outcome. Zegard is not quite fully charged, but we can live with it. Okay, next battle, we are going up against a team of Water Titans with our Earth Titans. So let's see how this goes. Now, my aim in this fight is to make sure Angus and Avalon walk out of here fully charged. And really, that's really a good thing to have for most of your Titans. If they are fully charged, they can dispatch the enemy much better than in the next fight. So let's see if Angus can get there. Not quite. He's not fully charged, even though Avalon is, so I'm going to go ahead and restart this battle. Now notice that I don't choose the auto battle option, and I don't play these battles in auto mode. And that's because I don't trust the outcome of auto battle, and I think I can manually activate the active abilities better than the game actually can. So that's why I do everything manually. And as you can see here, it works out. Avalon is fully charged, and so is Angus. Angus is fully charged and ready to drop his ultimate in the next fight. Alright, for this next battle, we are going up against a team of Earth Titans with my Fire Titans. And because Ignis is fully charged, he was able to get his ult off early, but this is not an ideal result. Let's try again. And the reason it wasn't ideal was because Ignis was not fully charged by the time the battle was over. So we're going to redo it and make sure that Ignis remains fully charged. And I think I can get away without actually activating his ability. Okay, making sure Moloch stuns Eden. That's really important. Eden tends to do a lot of damage to your team, so we want to stop that if possible. And this is a good outcome because Ignis is fully charged and ready for this all-element battle. Now, here my goal, or at least my objective, was to heal Zegard. Basically, to have Zegard walk out of the battle with more HP than when he walked in. Unfortunately, it never quite works out. But it's okay because Zegard is fully charged and Ignis is somewhat charged. Alright, taking on another team of Earth Titans with my Fire Titans. Now notice how I activated Ignis's ultimate. I sort of wait for his projectile to be in the middle of flight before actually triggering his ultimate. And that's a fair outcome. I think I can still have like three fights left for my Fire Titan team, so that's okay. Alright, so this is another all-element Titan battle, and again the goal here is to try to heal Zegard. And that's why I threw Avalon in. Avalon has a damage block, which is nice. Trying that again because the enemy Eden threw his ultimate, which hurts, so I don't want to hurt my team. Alright, let's see if this works out. Nice, and as you can see from the stats here, Zegard took 650,000 damage, but Hyperion healed him for 1 million. So that is an ideal outcome. Alright, moving forward, yada yada yada. Alright, same goal as before. Let's see if Angus can walk out of here fully charged. And yes, he does. He walks out of here fully charged. And so did Avalon, actually. That's good. So my Earth Titans are looking very healthy. Alright, I'm going to pick a water. I'm going to put my Water Titans to the test. And that was disastrous. I forgot to actually activate Zegard's shield. So now notice how I timed Zegard's shield. Just when the enemy Moloch was about to land the first blow, that's when I activate the shield. And again, same concept. Wait until Aranji is about to fire off his ability, then I use my shield. And this is a pretty good battle. Zegard is quite hurt, but he's fully charged, and so is everyone else. Alright, now you notice that I pulled out Moloch from the fight, and that's because Moloch had low HP and he didn't have a lot of energy on him. So he was basically going to drop, and I didn't want the enemy to drop him because that just means the enemy will get charged up and do more damage. So that's why from now on you won't be seeing Moloch in the battle. Alright, another trivial hero battle. That is easy peasy. And now, yep, I'm obviously going to pick the all element option. I'm just playing around my options here. Now, at this point, my goal is to make sure that my Super Titans don't get too damaged and that they walk out of here as fully charged as possible. Again, I want my Titans, by the end of the battle, to have as much energy as possible so that they are ready to kick butt in the next battle. So those first two times they didn't quite work out, either because the energies were off or they took too much damage or something like that. Yeah, Eden threw his ultimate there. It's going to do a lot of damage, so I'm just going to redo that. So yeah, always keep your finger ready to hit the pause button on the top right corner over here, so that you can pause the battle and retreat if necessary. And by necessary, I mean if you want a better outcome. So if the fight isn't going your way, always hit the retreat button and try again. This fight, however, went excellent. Everyone here is basically fully charged. Hyperion got off a big heal. Avalon didn't take too much damage. So I'd say this is a very good outcome. Alright, moving forward. Activate the save point. Another pointless hero battle. Let's see how quickly my Kira slays them. Very quickly. Alright, Water Titan battle. So let's see what we can do here. Alright, that was okay, but Zegard was not fully charged by the time the battle was over. So I'm just going to redo it again. Retime some of the active abilities and see if we can change the outcome so that Zegard is fully charged by the time the battle is over. Alright, this looks pretty promising. Stun again. Yeah, this is a fine outcome. At least Zegard is fully charged. Zegard took about 60,000 net damage too, so I timed things pretty well. Alright. Another all element fight. This time I'm gonna see if I can heal my Zegard for more than he is damaged. And that's why I threw Avalon in there, because again Avalon has a damage block, and coupled with Ignis's boost along with Hyperion's boosted heal, we should be able to heal Zegard quite a bit. And this is a pretty good outcome. Zegard is almost fully charged, Ignis is almost fully charged, and most importantly, Zegard got a net heal of over 500,000 hit points. Alright, rushing through more of this. Yeah, we'll take the Earth battle. Timing the ultimates. Again, my goal here is to try to get Angus to be fully charged. That didn't quite work out. It's not very ideal. Angus is probably going to drop soon, it seems. But we'll see what we can do. Whoops. Oh, okay. Sucks down Hyperion. Alright, take down the Myri. Take down the Myri. Okay. And let's see if we can rescue Angus. Okay, we could. Yes. Yeah, Angus is basically dead at this point, but at least he can get off a couple of blows before he drops in the next battle. And in this next battle, as you can see, I'm trying to heal, or I'm trying to rescue my Angus, but unfortunately, because Ignis was not fully charged, I could not really save him. I even tried throwing in Ziegler to see if his shield can block the enemy, but it just does not quite work. So instead, I'm just going to throw in Ziegler and Avalon and see if I can walk out of here. If my Ziegler can walk out of here with more health than when he walked in. So timing that. Timing all that. Alright, striking down the enemy. Oh boy. Yeah, Arashi did quite a bit of damage. This is a fair outcome, I would say. Ziegler is fully charged. So is Ignis. But anyway, I think I am actually done for the day. That is 150 Titanite, which means the Guildmaster is pleased. So yeah, some takeaway tips include managing energy, making sure your Titans are fully charged ahead of the next battle. Especially Titans like Ziegler, Ignis, Avalon, or even Angus for that matter. If they're fully charged, they are more ready to take on the next battle. So, and then other than that, you would also want to do you would also want to fight using manual mode as opposed to auto mode, and that's just because with manual mode you are more likely to get the ideal result. And if you don't get the ideal result the first time around, always hit the retreat button and try again. So yeah, that's that. I hope you enjoyed the video, and good luck in Dominion.